everyone. My name is Liza, also known as Liza Clinical Wizard. I am founder and CEO of a beautiful Ukrainian business for foreigners named Ukraine Connect. And today I have a great guest, Gisbert Löcher. He is German volunteer, actively volunteering in Ukraine now. Great specialist, professional in his area, and right now he's here in Kyjiw, not being afraid of bombing, and currently volunteering. Gisbert is also a big donor of ours, and he's been donating for Ukrainian causes since the beginning of full-scale invasion. Hello, Gisbert.
Hi.
How are you feeling now?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. Thank you for the privilege to be here.
It's a privilege and honor to me to interview you. Thank you. My first question would be general. Could you tell us, please, about your journey as a volunteer and donor? Why did you decide to do this? Right. When and how?
Mm-hmm. Well, it started pretty early. First in 2022, I started watching YouTube videos, looking for information, and I felt very much attracted and interested, and I was following the developments in Ukraine closely, I would think. And then 1 year after, maybe 2023, I started thinking about visiting Ukraine. And at the end of 2023, I think I saw you then in an interview on YouTube, and I thought that's the right person to talk to and to help me to get to Ukraine, because I thought I don't know anything. I don't know what it is like to travel to a country at war, and I need assistance. And so I contacted you on Facebook, and that's how it started. And then later on, I got to meet or to know about a lady, a friend of yours, Christina, and I contacted her on Facebook as well, and I found out about her work as a voluntary medic and a paramedic at the front. And so I started donating money to her fundraisers. The fundraisers were for buying stuff all over the world for what the doctors and the paramedics needed to help wounded soldiers and wounded civilians. And then later on I met Christina as well, and unfortunately she died last November.
Yeah.
And after that I thought, okay, how can I go on? Because now she was dead and I didn't know how to continue this donation process, you know. And then I got in touch with her parents and with a friend she lived with in Kyiv. And then I thought to myself, well, giving money, donations, that is not exactly, that's not everything for me, because you just create the transfer, and that takes 1 minute and then the money is gone. And then I sat there and I said, I want to do more. So I thought I would like to be on site in Ukraine, in Kyiv, and do something for the country and for the Ukrainians. And because I work as a voluntary teacher in German elementary schools with kids from the 4th grade or so, I said, okay, maybe I can do similar things in Ukraine. And so you found somebody for me who was able to connect me to the school 53 in Kyiv, and they welcomed me, and it was great. So now I'm in my 2nd week this time. That's my 3rd trip to Ukraine, and it's wonderful to be there. I'm very much welcomed there. They appreciate my work, and it's a wonderful time. Whenever I go back to my hotel in the afternoon, I feel great and I have a lot of energy.
Wow, great. Thank you so much, Gisbert. And thank you for everything you do. I know you will do many great things. And just thank you for caring about Ukraine. Not everyone is like you, not every foreigner, not every guest, not even every volunteer. So I'm eternally grateful. My second question would be rather challenging or provocative, you decide. But I'm Ukrainian and I want to know what you think about this matter. As a German citizen and as a mature man who had some experiences, seen life, what do you think this war, Russian-Ukrainian war, is about?
Well, to me, it's about imperialism from the Russian side. They have the biggest land mass on earth in their country, and it's still not enough. That makes me real angry. And, when the Berlin Wall fell, I was there when it fell, and I had hope. And also when the Soviet Union died, I had hope that there would be a new era beginning, East and West. And there was this famous song by a German pop group, the Scorpions, and the song was, what was the name again? Winds of Change, exactly. And I really felt this wind, I felt the mood. And now I feel betrayed by Putin and by the Russians. I'm so disappointed, first of all disappointed. And later on it really made me mad to see what they're doing to Ukraine and Europe and the rest of the world. So aggressive. They never learned. Germany had to learn, or Germans had to learn after First and Second World War, which we started, to accept the big mistakes we made at that time. And Russians still have to go that way. So I say Russia must be defeated and Russia can be defeated. And I join the comments from General Ben Hodges. He says Russia can be defeated. We just have to give more weapons and earlier. Because in Germany, in the West, we waited too long to give enough weapons. And he says, like Crimea, Ukrainians should make, or could make, if they had more weapons, make Crimea untenable for the Russians. I like that expression. And just chase them away over the bridge and then destroy the bridge. So I'm pretty much, I also feel the anger now about the Russians, and I say, no way, stop them.
I do completely agree. And what would you say about this common Russian propaganda narrative that Russia attacked us, Ukrainians, just because otherwise NATO would have attacked them?
Yeah, that's really ridiculous. There was no planning, no preparations, nothing at all on the Western side, nothing at all. That's a big lie. Whatever they open their mouths, I feel they are lying. So I don't buy that at all. It's nonsense. When I heard about the beginning of the all-out war in February 2022, I was with my girlfriend and her father, and I told them about the invasion, and they said, well, maybe Putin is right in a way, or the Russians, maybe he has a good reason. And I got so mad. I left the room, I left the house. I was so mad, I was ready to explode. Why don't people see what's really happening, Because many Germans in the past, also Angela Merkel, the previous chancellor, they had too much understanding for Russians and their behavior. And that's all wrong. It is all wrong. They will never stop. We have to make them stop.
Yeah, I do agree and understand your age and share your age. It's unfair.
Yeah.
Unfair completely. My next question would be about the expectations and the reality about Ukraine in wartime. Which things surprised you in Ukraine, both in good and bad way? And what you expected, and what those expectations met or not met, or something exceeded your expectations? Tell us.
My experiences here, my expectations, I was never disappointed coming here, never. Only good stuff I experienced. What was new to me is when I came to the hotel on my first visit, they presented this sheet of paper with the planned power outages. I thought, whoa, that's new to me. And then I heard about the curfew, new to me. And although I was not planning to go out after midnight, but still. And then the alerts. The alerts really do something to me, to every Ukrainian, for sure. But they also do something to me. I noticed this now in my third visit to Ukraine. I'm always tense. I always expect the next alert. I can always hear it, although sometimes it doesn't come. Yeah, so I'm trying to be prepared and to have my clothes nearby so that I can jump into at night and run to the metro. That's my favorite shelter. And but good experiences, like at school, as I just said. Everybody is so friendly to me and appreciates my help. and you helped me a lot. With you, it all started. Through you, I met other people, and which are almost friends now to me. And you have so many connections, and I benefited from that. And just good experiences. And I want to be back very soon. I'm planning about coming to Ukraine maybe twice a year and do more work at schools and so, yeah.
Great. Thank you for your kind words. And, we're always looking forward to having you here in Ukraine again.
Thank you.
You also used some of the services of our company, Ukraine Connect. It's personalized assistance for managing life in Ukraine for foreigners.
Mm-hmm.
And could you please give us your honest opinion about the services and how you felt, and anything you'd like to say?
Yeah. Well, I mentioned it already a bit. My first visit, that was in summer of 24. I was looking for help and service because I didn't know how to behave in this country at all. So I contacted you, and you helped me immediately. You did everything for me for my first trip. You reserved the hotel. You bought the plane tickets and the train tickets and so on. And you showed me places in Kyjiw that were very interesting. You took me to places that I wanted to see, like Irpin and Bucha, which made a great impression on me. And that was the services I got from you in my first trip. Then second trip, that was this year in May. I had a different idea this time, not to go to Kyjiv immediately, but I asked you, or I presented my idea to you, and you said yes. To start, you picked me up at the Polish-Ukrainian border in your car, and we drive to Kyjiv within 3 days. So we had a lot of time, and I wanted to see interesting places in between. I knew for sure that I wanted to go to Lviv, but the other places we went to later on, I didn't know before. So, and you made it possible for me to visit this hospital, the Superhuman Center in Lviv, and there even was some employee who helped us and showed us around in the building, and I was able to talk to one of the soldiers, one of the patients. That was great. That was really great, and alone I couldn't have done this. So how could I? You had the connections, right? And that was really great. I was thankful for that. And then the beautiful places we saw later on, then Ivano-Frankivsk and Lutsk, really great places. And then this year, as I said, the school. You made it possible that I found this school. And I'm grateful that I was able to not really teach, because I'm not a professional teacher, I'm just a normal senior guy. But just to give presentations about the euro or about German politicians and so on, the banking system, history of Federal Republic of Germany and so on. So it started all with you and your company.
I'm so happy to hear, and so happy that I was of help, and my team was of help.
Right.
And I think we will do many great things in the future, more and more. Thank you very much for your good opinion of ours. To wrap up, I have a provocative question again. It's about politics, but I'm Ukrainian, I cannot be impartial. What would you say to those foreigners, especially in the EU, who think that this war, Russian-Ukrainian war, is not theirs and will never be, and they should not care, they should just stick to their comfortable lives in the EU and let Ukrainians figure it out somehow. It's not worth our attention. And would you advise them to come to Ukraine?
Of course. Of course. There is a YouTube channel, and it's called Dare to Ukraine, and I really like that phrase. And then about what do I think, or what would Germans or Europeans think about, is this also our war? I think yes. I have this Facebook profile, and I have a second page parallel to it, and I called this page Ukraine is Defending Europe. And I also have a YouTube channel with a playlist of Ukraine is Defending Europe. And I really mean that, because if you weren't giving your lives and your power to this, to fight against the Russians, we in NATO or we in the West, we would have to fight against the Russians. The Russians would be standing on NATO borders now, and then I want to see the Germans. What would they say at that moment, if they have to send their children or their sons, their troops to the NATO borders to fight against Russia? And also that would be much more expensive financially for the West, much more expensive than now. So I say yes, come to Ukraine, get advice, like from you, how to behave, because I feel safe now, pretty safe now where I am. I have found a nice hotel in Kyjiw, and I feel pretty safe there. And whenever there's an alert, I just walk to the metro station quickly. So yeah, dare to Ukraine and understand and believe and see that this is also our war. You are fighting and dying for us, and we have to at least support you in everything, with any means that we have.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope many foreigners will listen to this interview, possibly change their opinion about this war, because it is very critical. Last but not the least, what would you say to Ukrainians fighting right now? As a volunteer who is also here, sharing our pain, our sorrows and our joys, what would you say? How would you encourage Ukrainians to keep fighting?
Well, I heard from a Ukrainian lady, I heard this phrase, never give up, never give up. And because I really, truly believe that you will win, or Ukraine, and then the West, with the help of the West, will win. You will win for sure, because I also noticed there's now a change in the West, like with our new chancellor in Germany, Friedrich Merz. He's different. His politics are different from Olaf Scholz's politics. And he's really serious about helping Ukraine. I'm sure of that. And we're giving a lot of money now to Ukraine, more than before. And also Britain and France are very strong helping, Poland as well. And yeah, I think, and that's what I heard from the Ukrainian side sometimes, that you said, or your people said, just give us the weapons and the money and we'll do the rest, in my simple
the dirty
words.
Job, yeah.
Right, we do the job. And I really believe that's true and that's possible. You will defeat Russia and you will have safe borders again, the borders of 1991, or I think it was, right?
Yeah, hope so too.
Yeah, that will happen for sure.
Thank you. Thank you very much once again for coming to Ukraine, for coming here, for expressing your honest opinion, and for being such a great person and volunteer. Guys, it was Gisbert Löcher, our guest, our friend, our client, and great active volunteer from Germany. And we are just sending you lots of love from Kyjiw, from Invincible Kyjiw. Bye.